Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to another episode of Filter Therapy. I'm your host Esusa, and if you're joining me for the first time, then welcome. And if you're not joining me for the first time, then oh my god, I've missed you guys so freaking much. I know it was just like last week Friday, but I've still missed you. You don't understand. Like, if you have me on Instagram, you know that I miss you because I've been talking a lot. I feel. I don't know. I mean, it's a podcast, so I think I'm allowed to talk. But like, I feel like I've been, trying to like be interactive and post my thoughts, and I even did a question and answer. But I mean, yeah, I've missed you guys so freaking much. You don't even understand, and I know, like, you guys, if you guys notice anything different, I am alone this episode. It's just me today. It's just me. My thoughts. I know you guys are wondering, like, Susa, what do you mean you're an addict? I mean, we're about to find out. Yeah. So yeah, let's get into it. What do you mean you're an addict? How are you an addict, Susa? What do you even mean you're an addict? Well, I am. I might be. Who knows? Please, just hold on. Let me explain. Let me explain. So, I was watching this movie, right? I'm not going to say the name of the movie because I feel like if I tell you guys the name of the movie, I'm going to be casting myself because there are a lot of things that I'm going to be like explaining that relates with me and a character in this movie, and I don't want to like. Don't worry. Don't worry. Pass. So yeah, I was watching a movie and I think I noticed or yeah, I noticed that I related so well with the main character of this movie. And the movie is basically about an addict. So am I an addict? No, trust me, it's not the girl that made me start thinking like, oh, I'm an addict or anything. Calm down. I'm not, yeah, I'm gullible, but I'm not that gullible. Oh God, I'm so sorry. But yeah, I was watching a movie and I noticed that I related so well with this character in the movie who was an addict. And I guess during one of her AA meetings, because like how addicts have these AA meetings when they're like trying to get better and everything. So during one of her AA meetings, I think they mentioned that, okay, yes, we're no longer addicted to like substances, drugs, alcohol or whatever it is that, they were addicted to at the time. They're no longer addicted to these things, fine. But you know what? They're addicted to new things now. They still have that addict tendencies. They still tend to be addicted to certain things. So like the main character, for example, she was still addicted to her partner, very much addicted to her partner. Some of the other people or members of the AA club where one was addicted to making eggs, one was addicted to lying, another one was addicted to like money, like he was always on his A game when it comes to money. I mean, and the thing is that these things might not necessarily be wrong to some people, but it just made me realize that, I actually have some traits, or I might actually have some addict. I know I keep on coming close to the mic when it comes to certain words, but yeah, I might have some addict tendencies. I think that's what I realized while watching the movie, and I felt like this is so crazy because especially what I was going through at the time. But we'll get there. So yeah, this is the kind of conversation where they're like, I'm going to hold your hand when I say this. So everyone, stretch out your hand, and yeah, I'm going to hold your hand when I say this. I think you're an addict. I might also be an addict. We're all freaking addicts. Well, who knows? I know people don't like to like put this kind of words on themselves, so I'm going to just say it in Nigerian terms. Your enemy is an addict. Kai, why am I being so freaking goofy? I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe I'm in a good mood this evening. Like I said, I missed you guys, and like I said, maybe I'm just getting a little bit too comfortable. But yeah, I know you guys see these cards in my hand. I have a lot to say, so please, don't mind me if you catch me, looking down or reading. I just need to make sure I cover everything. Oh my god, you guys, I'm not serious. But yeah, like I said, we might all be addicts, and this is not anything like I'm not cursing you, I'm not trying to impose anything on you, but you guys have to realize that addiction is not just about substances, addiction is not just about drugs, it's not just about alcohol. Addiction is when like you reach for something constantly, especially in times of high emotions. That's to say, let's say when you feel pain or when you're not necessarily as happy as you would like to be. But yeah, so basically that's what addiction is all about, right? And from the word you would know that they never said, oh, I never said, oh, I am a drug addict. I just said I'm an addict. So I mean, it's left for you guys to figure out what I'm addicted to. Are you guys ready? Do you guys want to know? Do you guys want to know what I'm addicted to? I think you do. Because, like, why are you still watching? Why are you even here? It's because I said I'm an addict. It's because I said I'm an. Oh my days. It's just somebody is a little bit too excited. Maybe I'm actually a drug addict. Maybe I'm high right now. Who knows? Hmm. But yeah, guys. So, how is this relate? Like, Esusa, how does this relate? Esusa, why did you decide to talk about this topic today? Like, what is going on? Why are you even acting like this today? I can't tell you why I'm acting like this today because me myself, I don't know. I actually don't know. I'm actually really tired right now. I actually want to do this so fast and go to bed, but here I am goofing on the internet. Yeah. So why did I decide to talk about this? And why am I alone? Why am I talking about this alone? Why are there no guests? Just know that this episode is like very personal to me, and this episode is or meant to be a vulnerable episode. Like when I was writing my script, or when I was like thinking of how this episode was going to execute itself, or how I was going to execute this episode. And another reason why you see that, or you notice that the camera is a bit up close to me right now, is because this is something that's very personal to me. I'm not joking. I know I've been like laughing a lot and making a joke about this whole addict thing, but this is something that's is real, something that I think I'm actually very grateful that I was able to come to this realization. I might not necessarily be an addict, but just hold on, I'll get to that. So yeah, I recently noticed some patterns when it comes to how I react after certain things that happen to me, like when it comes to mental like stress. I'm joking. When it comes to like heartbreak. So if you're my friend, you know. If you're not my friend, I don't know. Get to know. I recently got my heart broken. And I noticed that after I got my heart broken, I wasn't necessarily doing any healthy thing to try and, heal or move on or just get better in general. I felt like, time would do the work. What's that Adele song that says, they say that time's supposed to heal, yeah, but I ain't done much healing, yeah. So I feel like I thought that, time could fix fix it. But I feel like I've been thinking or for a while now, like not just this heartbreak. So what made me realize that, I feel like this heartbreak cannot be the same as the last heartbreak and the last because like time doesn't do any form of magical healing. You have to put in the work. So yeah, I noticed that I wasn't putting in the work basically. And after doing my research, because obviously after doing my research, after watching this movie, because in that movie as well, the girl did get her heart broken by this partner that she was so addicted to. So yeah, after doing my research and like trying to really understand what the hell was going on after like this whole thing of, oh, I'm an addict. Guys, I'm not an addict. I'm not that gullible. I'm not an addict. I may have some like addict tendencies, but I don't necessarily think I'm an addict. What I did realize, however, is that I am just that dopamine depleted. I don't know how to pronounce that word. I just learned that word like 3 days ago. But yes, I am definitely dopamine depleted. And I think you are too, honestly. After reading the symptoms and, okay, sorry, I don't like imposing things on people. So no, maybe not you, but most of us are dopamine depleted. And I know you might be wondering, like, Susa, what is dopamine depleted? I know a few people know what dopamine is. Um, so dopamine is this chemical that's released in your brain to make you feel good, or oh no, not to make you feel good actually. Dopamine is a chemical or hormone that's released in your brain when you feel good, or after you feel like when something makes you feel good, dopamine is released, right? So when I say I am dopamine depleted, that means I'm running low on dopamine, which is the feel good chemical that plays a big role in motivation, pleasure, focus, and reward, basically. So yeah, I'm sure you're wondering again. Esosa, how does this all relate? Maybe you're not wondering. Maybe you're starting to understand, what I'm saying or where I'm coming from. So now this is where the real science comes in. God. Like I said, dopamine is that chemical that, gives you this pleasure, gives you this satisfaction, gives you this motivation, and it is released when you do something that makes you feel good, or see something or take something that makes you feel good. And for example, I would say drugs. So for people that are, addicted to drugs, this is because their brain releases that chemical when they do drugs, right? So for people like me that might be addicted to my partner or whoever it is that I am in love with at the time, when I see this person or when I talk to this person, when I get a notification from this person, I see as I'm smiling. When I get a notification from this person, my brain releases this chemical, dopamine, or be it phone addicts, whatever it is that you feel like you're addicted to, just know it's deeper than that. So when you really enjoy something, your brain releases this episode. It could even be like going to the gym. Like it could literally be anything. They are gym addicts. I hope we all know that. There are dog addicts, people that are addicted to their pets, people that are addicted to cats, people can be addicted to a lot of things. And this is not necessarily anyone's fault. It's all the brain's fault. Because who even asked you to be releasing chemicals in my brain in the first place? But yeah, the more we feed ourselves with, these things, the more dopamine we release, right? And when your brain becomes addicted to that chemical, it's very difficult to not crave these things, very difficult to not want these things. So that is where the relation to dopamine and addiction comes in, especially from my own point of view, when I felt like, you know what, maybe I was addicted to this person. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I was addicted to the person. Honestly, like never when I was with this person, I never felt addicted to the person. So it's just like, why is it now that we're not together anymore? That's like literally going through freaking withdrawal symptoms, and I'm like from where to where, basically. And after doing my deep diving, because what I like to tell people about myself is that I'm very self-aware, right? And when things are not normal, or when I don't understand things, I do something about it. I'm not comfortable with being just there. I mean, sometimes I am, but like most times I'm not. So I'm very self-aware. If something is wrong, especially mentally, or just something that has to do with how I'm feeling, I like to figure out why, figure out what the issue is, try and solve it as soon as possible, because I don't like to be feeling some type of way. So yeah, back to the discussion of the day. you might not necessarily be addicted to the person, or you might not have been addicted to the person, the drug, the no, you're drunk. You might not have been addicted to whatever it is that you think you're addicted to. It is just your brain that releases this chemical, and your brain gets used to that chemical. So when your brain is no longer releasing this chemical, it tends to have like a malfunction, a depletion. That's what now leads you to feel like unmotivated, leads you to start feeling lazy, depressed, um, like craving junk food, just feeling not good about yourself, basically, right? So, especially like I said, this dopamine, if it keeps on like getting released, if it keeps on getting released frequently, especially from like short forms of gratifications or instant gratifications like scrolling through your phone, or that text message, that's notification from this person, or getting to see this person, like your brain starts depending on the release of that dopamine. It starts depending on the source of the release of the dopamine. Do you understand what I'm saying? So let's say, like, I'm just going to use myself for example. So let's say I always get happy when this person texts me and my brain releases this chemical. When my brain is no longer, when this person is no longer texting me, my brain is going to be like, what's going on? Why haven't, like, we need to, find a way to release this chemical. So that's when you start craving the person, start saying, like, oh my God, let me just text. Let me just text. Let me just text him. Let me just text her. Like, guys, it's your brain messing with you. It's not you. It's your brain. Like, bruh. It's not you, it's your brain. But yeah, that's basically where like this dopamine comes into this whole conversation of like addiction. I'm not an addict, guys. I don't think I'm an addict, at least. I'm not like very much into psychology, so I wouldn't know. But like from the little research that I've done, I don't think I'm an addict. I just think I'm running low on that dopamine. My dopamine source was not reliant, or my dopamine sources have not been reliant over time. I need to build, or we need to build healthy ways of releasing this chemical, which is dopamine. So yeah, aside the fact that I've even gone through this heartbreak that I'm talking about, after reading the symptoms of, this dopamine depletion, I noticed that, you guys, I feel like I've been dopamine depleted. I've been running low. I'm running low on dopamine for a while. Like, no motivation. You don't want to get up from bed. You're feeling lazy. Like, I always used to tell myself, like, oh, I'm so lazy. I'm so depressed. Sometimes I've been using the words like, oh, I'm so depressed. You know, just if you're just in this funk that you can't explain, and it's not like anything sad happened, it's not like anything crazy happened to you, you've just been feeling like your motivation is just low, you're procrastinating everything, you literally don't care about anything. That's because you're not sad, guys, you're just dopamine depleted. Like, yeah, sorry, I'm trying to like, I get like really excited, and then I'm just trying to like reduce my excitement. So I'm like, calm down, bro. But yeah, I guess it's good to know that like all these things are basically mental, and there's actually nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with us. It's just our dopamine system that's screwing us. But I kind of question it because I'm like, who created this system? Like, was it not me that got myself addicted to these little things, this instant gratifications, like scrolling through TikTok or getting notifications, like feeling good from little things that don't even matter at all? But yeah, I'm definitely not a junkie. I'm definitely not addicted to drugs. I don't do drugs. I don't do any form of substances. But I would say that I am a dopamine or dopamine. I feel like I've been pronouncing that word really wrong. But yeah, I'm a dopamine junkie. And I don't know. It's just crazy that, I never realized this because trust me guys, I'm very self-consumed, I'm very self-aware, and I just never really thought about that. I knew that I had like these symptoms of like lack of motivation, procrastination, always wanting to like just not really do anything productive. I felt like, oh, it was. I feel like you guys are like, so where's all this coming from? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean you've been feeling like this? Guys, you don't know what's happening behind closed doors. That's all I have to say. Like, yeah, I might have a podcast. Yeah, I might, show up every Friday with, a new video or something, but it's just I know what I can do. And honestly, I feel like I've been doing the bare minimum most of my life. When I was in uni, my supervisor at the time, my project supervisor, do you know what she called me? She called me a mediocre. She said, "So you're such a mediocre," and at the time, I didn't even know what that meant. So I thought it was an insult or something. But then when I went to Google the insults, realized, you know what, I'm actually this. Like, this is exactly who I am. So I can't really remember the I can't remember the all my days. I can't remember the actual definition, but it's basically like someone that, has so much and they're comfortable, like they have so much potential to give, but like, let's say I have 100%, I have a bowl filled with water and I'm just dropping like 2% of that water into the sink, and I'm noticing that, oh, the sink is clean from my 2%, so I'm comfortable with just giving 2%. Do you understand what I'm saying? So yeah, I feel like I've been doing the bare minimum of my life when it comes to like myself, my growth, my, you know, elevation in life. But let's not talk about it. I feel like if you guys want us to like really go into like those deep accountability reflection topics, then I'm down. Like, bruh, I'm down to like, be freaking real. But as for now, let's just calm down. Let's just talk about my little dopamine depletion situation, yours as well, ours. But yeah, after doing my research, guys, I honestly felt, I felt happy. I felt this joy, like I finally know what the issue is. Like I finally know, because trust me, I've been wondering all my life. Like it's not as if I'm depressed. It's not as if I went through some trauma. Like what has been happening? Like what is happening? So yeah, I urge you all to like, do your own personal research. You know what you're going through. I don't know what you're personally going through. You can always text me though, so we can do it together. I don't mind. But yeah, I was so happy that I watched that movie and like this curiosity kind of like stirred up, and I was able to, do my research. Okay, guys, so I know doing research is not actually fun, especially when it comes to like mental health issues. Like it's very difficult to actually find relatable because yeah. What I would suggest is I would suggest Reddit. I don't know, maybe everybody knew about this before me, but go to Reddit and type exactly how you're feeling. And you would see relatable people that relate to that and have, overcome that or have solutions. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's just really good. Leave Twitter, leave Instagram, leave TikTok. Go to Reddit. Yeah, so before today, like I said, I would usually feel so freaking lazy. Sometimes I'd even say that I'm depressed, but it's so happy to know that it's just the dopamine. My brain isn't just tired of that instant gratification because they don't last. That's the thing. They don't last. They're not healthy. Yeah, I said that. So yeah, I just want you all to know that it's okay. It's okay to be an addict. I'm also an addict to little things. So, but yeah, it's okay. I mean, I feel like the first step in everything is just to recognize um what you're going through, recognize if it's an issue to you, if it's not an issue to you. Me not having motivation to do a lot of things is definitely an issue to me. So yeah, that's just me. And it's not necessarily about fixing the problem today. I know it's not something that you can easily just, you know, fix just like that. Obviously, um, from the psychological part of it, they said that, your brain has even created like these, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just not something that's obviously as easy to break out from. But it's good that, we've been able to realize these things. And I know some of you might be thinking like, it's just no. Yes, well, yes, because tell me why. I saw something, it said love also help, like when you're in love, you also release that. And a study was literally done on it. When you're in love, you also release that chemical when you are comfortable. So anytime you're happy, you release that chemical. So it's easy to get addicted to things. It's easy to get addicted to unhealthy things. Um, when it comes to things like being addicted to, let's say, the gym, I don't necessarily know if that would be, a bad thing yet. I mean, it gets to a point. But for someone like me, my the things that I'm addicted to are so freaking unhealthy when it comes to, being addicted to whoever it is that I am in love or infatuated with at the time, or who, or like scrolling through my phone, scrolling through TikTok, so stuff like that. Like those things are definitely not helpful. They are not um beneficial to me in the long run in any way, shape, or form. But yeah, like I said, there's no quick fix. It's good that we've been able to recognize the issue. And I said we've been, I have been able to it's good that I've been able to recognize the issue, and yeah, also shared with you guys. So if you know that I have described some of your symptoms, then I guess you should be happy. Aren't you happy? I'm happy. So yeah, there's no quick fix, like I said, but there are little things that you can do to help yourself. Do your own research, but for me, when it comes to my phone addiction, I would say no phone for certain amounts of times during the day. Try doing other things. I saw someone that said, instead of allowing your phone be on, instead of unlocking your phone with your Face ID, remove your Face ID. So you have to unlock your phone with your PIN. And by the time you have finished putting in your I mean, I know not everyone. I don't know every. This might not work on everyone, but like someone like me, yeah. But no, I don't put it in my pin no more. I remember that I'm actually trying to. I removed my Face ID for a reason. I'm actually trying to like not be on my phone. So by the time I finish putting in the pin, I'm sure, and I'm like, you know what? Let's actually drop this phone. So just little things like that. Putting your phone on do not disturb all the time. Another advice is to be comfortable with boredom. Like I know it's not easy, but you have to be comfortable with that those silent moments. Like because you're bored doesn't mean you have to do something. You can chill. Like chill, bro. Go outside, take a walk. Stuff like that. You can journal instead of scrolling endlessly. You can write down your thoughts because yeah, the thing about scrolling also is that when do you even have time to think? I feel like that's why you guys are the problem. I'm not though, because I still think even if I scroll, I still think sometimes. Sometimes. But yeah, instead of scrolling again, you can read a book. There's just so many things that you can do, just so many healthy ways that you can train your brain to, leave this addiction. But yeah, guys, I think I've come to the end of this episode. I don't really have a lot to say. I just wanted you guys to know the issue that I discovered about myself, and I felt like this is something that a lot of us might also be struggling with. These are symptoms that are very, 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 very common with our generation, especially with the phone addiction and with being addicted to like toxic love or stuff like that. But yeah, I guess we've come to the end of this episode. If this was helpful to you, and if you'd like to see me open up on a lot of, no, if you'd like to see me open up on more mental health or mental health related issues, then let me know. I think this is my first time doing a mental health related issue. I think most of the time I do like societal commentary and just things that I don't necessarily agree with. But yeah, this is something that's personal to me. I'm also going through it. So if you ever need to talk, I did say I was going through a heartbreak. So if you're also going through a heartbreak, you can always message me and we can heal together. I can hold your hand, you can hold my hand. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. I know you're like, so you're going to heartbreak. Why you so happy? Nigga, of course I'm happy. Like, I know what the issue is now. It doesn't have anything to do with this person. It has everything to do with me and my brain. And I'm going to figure it out with or without this person. Clock it. Anyway, yeah, guys. So thank you very much for watching till the end of this. I've been talking a lot, sorry. Thank you very much for watching to the end of this episode. If, like I said, this is something that you would like me to keep on talking about, like mental health related issues, then please let me know. I'll be very happy to do that. I don't mind doing the research. I don't mind figuring out what is wrong with us, what is wrong with you, what is wrong with me. You can always message me with, topic ideas, topic suggestions, things that you want me to address. And just like, if you like to keep on seeing my goofy side, let me know. If you feel like I should bring back the guest, let me know. I'm really just here for you guys, but I wouldn't do anything that I don't want to do. I'm sorry. Yeah. So yeah, guys. I think this will be the end of this episode. Have a lovely weekend and bye. Mwah.